Have you ever felt like no matter how much you earn, you're always broke at the end of the month? It's a frustrating cycle, isn't it? You get a pay raise, and you think, finally, I'm getting ahead. But then, a few months later, you're right back where you started, living paycheck to paycheck. It feels like bad luck, like the world is stacked against you. But what if I told you it's not always about luck? What if it's about habits? Small, almost invisible behaviors that we repeat every single day, quietly draining our wallets and our future. Today, we're going to get real. We're going to pull back the curtain on the 7 money habits that are secretly keeping people in a state of financial struggle. More importantly, we're going to talk about how to break them, one by one. Because building wealth isn't some complex secret reserved for the super rich. It's about changing your daily actions. If you're ready to stop the cycle and start building a life of financial freedom, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. The first habit, and it's a big one, is spending every single raise you get. You've worked hard, you got that promotion, you negotiated a higher salary. What's the first thing that comes to mind? I deserve this, and you do. So you upgrade your car, you move to a nicer apartment, you start dining at more expensive restaurants. Your income goes up, and your expenses obediently rise to meet it, sometimes even exceeding it. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it's the #1 killer of wealth building potential. Think about it. That raise was your golden opportunity to create a gap between what you earn and what you spend. That gap is where wealth is built. It's the money you can use to invest, to save for a down payment, or to build an emergency fund that gives you true peace of mind. The solution? When you get your next raise, pretend it didn't happen. At least for a little while. For 6 months, or even a year, keep your lifestyle exactly the same. Live on your old salary and automatically transfer the entire difference to extra amount from your raise into a separate savings or investment account. Once you see that money grow, you'll be far less tempted to spend it on fleeting upgrades. You'll be addicted to the feeling of your future self thanking you. Now, let's talk about the silent killers of your budget. Ignoring small expenses. We often justify them, don't we? It's just a coffee. It's only a $5 latte. This subscription is only $15 a month. I'm too tired to cook, so $30 for takeout is fine. Individually, none of these purchases will break the bank. They seem harmless. But a small leak can sink a massive ship. These tiny, daily decisions add up to a staggering amount over a month or a year. That daily $5 coffee, that's $150 a month, or $1,800 a year. That's enough for a serious investment or a vacation funded with cash, not credit. The problem is, we don't feel the pain of these small purchases. They fly under the radar. So, how do you catch these invisible thieves? You have to track your money. I know, the word budget can sound restrictive and boring. But think of it as a spending plan. It's you telling your money where to go, instead of wondering where it went. Use an app, a spreadsheet, or even just a simple notebook. For just 1 month, track every single dollar. When you see in black and white that you spent $400 on takeout and coffee, it's a wake-up call. It's not about depriving yourself of everything you enjoy. It's about being intentional. Maybe you can make coffee at home on weekdays and treat yourself on the weekend. Awareness is the first step to control. Next up, a habit that digs a financial hole faster than almost anything else: using debt for your lifestyle. Our culture practically screams at us to have it all now. See that perfect vacation on Instagram. Put it on a credit card. Want the latest smartphone or designer clothes. There's a buy now, pay later plan for that. We're financing appearances. We're borrowing money and paying interest on things that lose value or are gone in an instant. You're literally paying extra for a memory or an outfit. Here's the shift in mindset you need to make. Debt should be used to buy assets, not liabilities. An asset is something that has the potential to grow in value or generate income, like a house, an education that increases your earning power, or a business. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. That fancy car bought with a huge loan is a liability. That wardrobe full of clothes bought on credit is a liability. Before you borrow money for anything, ask yourself this one simple question. Will this purchase make me wealthier in the long run? If the answer is no, then you need to save up and pay for it with cash. Paying interest on memories is a guaranteed way to stay poor. Pay with cash and make the memories even sweeter. This leads us right into the fourth habit, which is a classic excuse: delaying your savings. How many times have you heard someone say, or even said it yourself, "I'll start saving when I make more money," or "once I pay off this bill, then I'll start investing"? It sounds logical, but it's a complete trap. It's based on the false belief that saving is something you do with leftover money. The truth is the exact opposite. If you start saving, you will have more money. Wealthy people don't save what's left after spending. They spend what's left after saving. This is the pay yourself first principle, and it's non-negotiable for financial success. The moment your paycheck hits your account, before you pay a single bill or buy a single coffee, a predetermined amount should automatically transfer to your savings or investment account. It doesn't matter if it's $50 or $500. The key is to make it automatic and make it the very first thing you do. You'll be amazed at how you naturally adjust your spending to live on the rest. You uneven miss the money because you never gave yourself the chance to spend it. Don't wait for more money to appear. Create it by prioritizing your future self, starting today. Let us move on to a habit that many people are guilty of without even realizing it. Actively avoiding financial education. Money is a huge part of our lives, yet we often know more about the characters in our favorite TV show than we do about how investing works, what a 401k is, or how compound interest can make us rich. We think it's too complicated, too boring, or just for finance guys. This ignorance is incredibly costly. The less you know about money, the more you will pay for your mistakes. You'll pay through high interest rates, bad investment choices, unnecessary fees, and missed opportunities. The financial world can seem intimidating, but you don't need to become a Wall Street expert. You just need to learn the basics. The good news is, it has never been easier to educate yourself. You're doing it right now by watching this video. Read books. Listen to podcasts during your commute. Follow reputable financial creators on social media. Start with simple concepts like budgeting, debt reduction, and understanding your retirement accounts. Every hour you invest in your financial education will pay you back 100 times over. Money rewards awareness. The more you learn, the more confident you'll become, and the better decisions you'll make. Now, let us talk about a habit that quietly poisons our financial and mental well-being: trying to keep up with others. We scroll through social media and see our friends on exotic vacations, driving new cars, living in beautiful homes. The feeling creeps in. Comparison. Envy. The pressure to keep up. So, you stretch your budget to take a similar trip or lease a car you can't really afford, all to project an image of success. This is a game you can never win. You are trying to keep up with someone else's highlight reel, and you're funding it with your own real-life debt and stress. You have no idea how that person is actually paying for their lifestyle. They could be drowning in debt. They could have a family trust fund. It doesn't matter. Their financial situation has absolutely nothing to do with yours. The only person you should be competing with is the person you were yesterday. Stop looking at what your neighbor has and start focusing on your own goals. What do you want your life to look like in 5 or 10 years? Does buying that thing to impress someone else get you closer to that goal, or does it push it further away? Unfollow accounts that make you feel inadequate. Mute the noise. Your financial journey is yours alone. Run your own race. Finally, the 7th habit is not tracking your net worth. If you were trying to lose weight, you'd step on a scale, right? If you were training for a marathon, you'd track your running times. You measure what you want to improve. Yet, when it comes to our finances, most of us have no idea what our most important number is. Our net worth. Your net worth is simply what you own your assets, minus what you owe your liabilities. It is the ultimate scorecard of your financial health. It doesn't matter if that number is small or even negative when you start. The act of measuring it is what creates momentum. Once a month, or once a quarter, sit down and calculate it. Add up your savings, investments, and the value of any major assets. Then, subtract all your debts: credit cards, student loans, car loans. Seeing that number, even if it's negative, gives you a clear starting point. And when you start making better financial decisions, paying down debt, saving more, you will see that number start to tick up. Seeing that growth, from negative $10,000 to negative $9,000, or from $5,000 to $6,000, is incredibly motivating. It proves that your hard work is paying off. It turns an abstract goal into a tangible result, and that momentum is what will carry you toward true financial freedom. So there you have it. 7 habits that can trap you in a cycle of financial struggle. Spending every raise, ignoring small expenses, using debt for lifestyle, delaying savings, avoiding financial education, keeping up with others, and not tracking your net worth. Building wealth isn't about some lucky break or a secret formula. It's about what you do every single day. It's about what you keep, not just what you earn. It's about how you think. Breaking these habits won't be easy. It requires discipline, intention, and a willingness to go against the grain. But breaking these habits is how you break the cycle. Being broke at some point in your life might not be your fault, but making the choice to change your habits and build a better future is entirely within your control. You have the power to do it. Thank you so much for watching today. If this video resonated with you, Please hit that like button and subscribe for more content to help you master your money and live a richer life. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these habits do you struggle with the most? Let's support each other. See you in the next video.